First, we have Amazon opening an Amazon Go location in the UK with 30 more in the works. And then the Hudson store using Amazon's Just Walk Out technology has officially opened in the Dallas Love Field Airport. So I've said this before and I'll say it again. If anyone's going to dominate checkout free technology, I think it should be Amazon.
You think
and
it should be? Not that it will be, but it should be. Okay, cool statement.
Well, it was implied that it will be, but it also should be.
Okay.
So I'm going to go pretty meta before I pass this over, but just imagine if there were Amazon Go locations in big cities all around the world. And if you're traveling somewhere, you're pressed on time and you just don't have that kind of time to figure out how to tell the Italian barista who speaks no English that you want non-dairy milk in your latte. Like you just walk into an Amazon Go store, pick it out, leave, your phone deals with the money conversion, and you're on your way. And even for people traveling into the US, into the airports that don't speak English, it just solves so many unnecessary problems.
Hey, Emma, I gotta tell you, I think it's one of the best points you've ever made. Like
Awesome.
I attributed that comment to you on social media yesterday with something somebody said. I think it's like one of the best things you've ever said. Like that is an absolute friction point when you were a traveler. Like I can think of going into all those little bodegas, like when I traveled to Spain or, you know, something like that, France, and you go into those little bodegas and you just want to buy a bottle of water. And it's like, it's not a super comfortable experience, but yeah.
You just hand over all the cash in your hands, just like, take
it,
you're like, whatever.
Yeah, I have no idea. You can't talk to anybody. Yeah, it's a great,
I'll give you $40 for this Bomba. I don't care, airport tech person. I just want the Bomba. Here you go. Take all my money. I'm getting on a plane anyway. So
and you're right. It's all change. I never even thought about that. Like it's like huge change in your pockets with like the 2-pound euro or whatever it is. But like that's a huge friction point. I think it's a great illustration of why this thing could be really successful. The other thing that's cool to me is like they're now in Europe. Like as of this week, they're now in Europe. Like that's huge. Like you now have scaled something in the US in airports with the tech. Now you're in Europe. The next logical thing is going to be, can you do a different language? And once they can do a different language, like boom, it's over. This thing's gangbusters. I don't know what else you're waiting for at that point. And you're right. I'm super inclined to use it. Anne, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, for me, the things that I'll be watching closely is all of the other players in the checkout free space and whether or not this impacts or help or they're pivoting their businesses, because obviously the end goal for all of them is either pilot in, Japan or Europe or the US, and then to go and make this move. And like Emma said, no surprise that Amazon's the one doing it first, but I'm just going to be watching closely how things kind of evolve and if they're pushing for expansion first versus, building things out in their own, set up pilots that they have going on throughout the world. The other question that I have though too is Europe is fine. We'll see how they expand there. They're planning like 30 more locations in the UK. It sounded like very shortly, but then I'm wondering what happens throughout the rest of, Asia and specifically, if Amazon goes into like China. I mean, you already have a lot of people who are using this technology there, or who are much more experienced with this than I think we are in the US or in Europe. And so I'm curious to see just how far the Go expansion goes.
Yeah, how international it goes. That's an interesting point. Yeah, I mean, I think China will be a different beast just because I think Amazon has a different status there. I think India same thing, but in lots of countries too. But like, there's many places where it's still very strong. But again, it's like what use cases are you doing to Emma's point? I think it's brilliant. I mean, we've loved this concept. I mean, New York, when we'd go, we'd always seek this thing out because it's super easy. Like it totally makes sense. And for Amazon and any other checkout free company, we've got and give or take 7,000 square feet of space that we could use to do anything like this on the checkout free front in Minneapolis. When is this idea coming here? We're all in.